Think of a memory. Not a significant one necessarily, not a landmark or a milestone. Something small perhaps. The smell of a particular kitchen, the quality of light on a specific afternoon, the sound of a voice that you have not heard in years. Let it come. Do not reach for it. Just let it arrive. There it is. That thing you just experienced, that involuntary arrival of the past and the present, is one of the most extraordinary things the human brain is capable of. And tonight, we are going to explore how it works, why certain things are remembered and others forgotten, what memory actually is, and what it tells us about who we are. Because memory is not just a record of the past. It is, in a very real sense, the foundation of the self. Without memory, there's no continuous identity, no story that connects the person you were as a child to the person lying here now. Memory is how you know who you are. So let yourself settle. Let that small memory you found a moment ago drift gently away, and let us explore where it came from and why it stayed. And let us begin. A memory is not a recording. This is one of the most important and surprising things neuroscience has established about memory. We tend to think of our memories as being like videos or photographs, fixed, accurate records of events as they happened. But they are not. A memory is a pattern of connections between neurons, a web of activated cells that, when triggered, recreate the experience of something that happened in the past. Not replay it, recreate it. Every time you remember something, you are not simply playing back a stored file. You are reconstructing the memory from its component parts. And in that reconstruction, things can change. Memory is not a record of the past. It is a living, changing, reconstructed story about the past, one that is shaped subtly and continuously by everything that happens to us. Working memory is the brief, limited capacity system that holds information in your mind right now, in this moment. Episodic memory is memory for personal experiences, the autobiographical record of your own life, where you were, what happened, how it felt. Semantic memory is memory for facts and general knowledge. Procedural memory is memory for how to do things. Riding a bicycle, tying a knot. The brain stores different kinds of knowledge in different ways, in different places. Memory is not one thing. It is many things, working together. Forgetting feels like failure, like something has gone wrong. But forgetting is not a flaw in the memory system. It is a feature, a carefully designed, evolutionarily useful feature that keeps our minds from being overwhelmed by the sheer volume of information we encounter every day. Consider for a moment what it would be like to forget nothing. There are very rare individuals who have this condition. It is called hyperthymesia, and it is not, by most accounts, a gift. It is exhausting, overwhelming, and emotionally burdensome to carry every memory of every moment with equal weight. Forgetting is how the brain prioritizes, how the noise is filtered from the signal. Memory, like muscle, strengthens with use. Memory is also, it turns out, deeply unreliable. The psychologist Elizabeth Loftus spent her career studying the malleability of human memory. Through careful experiments, she showed that memories can be altered by subsequent information, that false memories of events that never happened can be implanted in people's minds with relative ease. In one famous series of experiments, a single word used after the fact changed what people remembered seeing. Our memories are not just reconstructed. They are suggestible, emotional, social, shaped by what we expect to have happened, by what we have been told happened, by who we want to be in the story of our own lives. Have you noticed that emotional memories are different? Not just stronger, though they often are, but different in texture, more vivid, more present. This is because emotional arousal triggers the release of hormones that act on a small almond-shaped structure in the brain called the amygdala. Emotional experiences get flagged as important, and they are stored more deeply and durably as a result. This is why you remember exactly where you were when you heard certain news, why the smell of a particular food can transport you instantly and completely to a moment decades in the past, why the sound of a certain piece of music can make you feel things you thought you had put away. We do not remember our lives as a continuous stream. We remember them as a collection of scenes. And the scenes we choose, the ones that feel most real and most defining, are almost always the ones that carried the most feeling. Memory is not just neuroscience. It is identity. It is the thread that connects the child you were to the adult you are. It is the way you make sense of your life, the story you tell about who you are and how you came to be here. And that story is not fixed. It is a living, breathing, constantly revised narrative, one that changes as you change, one that is colored by mood and shaped by time and subtly rewritten every time you tell it. If memory is a story, then it is a story that can be retold. The things that happened to you are real. The feelings were real. But the story you tell about what they mean, who they made you, where they lead, that is something you are always quietly in the process of writing. Think again of that small memory you found at the beginning, the smell, the light, the sound of a voice. It is yours, imperfect and reconstructed and shaped by everything that came after, but yours. Let it rest now. Let all of it rest. You are safe. You are resting. And somewhere in the quiet of your sleeping mind, the memories are settling, being filed away, being kept safe, ready for tomorrow. Good night.